I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to do one of these tomorrow. Doubt it. Today feels like it's the right day for it. Not exactly the best day, but yeah, it's been rough. Yeah, there's still some. I don't know if you see the traffic back there. Alright, yeah, the Archon Sun, or the whatever you want to call it, Matrix Sun, whatever. You see it. Whatever it is. Programming Society. Yeah, was it half? I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say how many are real people here. Obviously, the ones that are in the program are having last year, I guess. It's when you realize you're. I think programs, I just call them programs. Isn't that in the, was it Tron? Yeah, same thing. Matrix people, program, same other shit. Yeah, when a program, I think a program can, like, because it is still some kind of soul. Even a clone could be this, yeah, they can break out. So, they do as a whole other probably. But they could. Yeah, why do that? Especially those that sell themselves out. You know. But man, what a I mean, this is already a dull existence. Talk about, that's like a triple dose of dull existence. It's like it's just by the numbers. You do what's expected of you. Yeah. Call it tradition, I guess. I said birds aren't real. I don't know. No, it looks pretty real. It feels real. Imagine some birds. Well, just like Matrix people, it's the same, like, same thing. Some are real, some aren't. Whatever. You know, get the holographic programming, like, yeah, like they can. There's got to be some kind of organic connection there. You know, it can't be just a fake. I mean, I guess it can be a fake people that looks real to us. I mean, our minds can obviously go to all kinds of places with that. Unless you select, literally see a breakdown in the Matrix, but, you know, they can, you know, come from other realities or projected from other realms. There's no way we'll really ever really know, probably. They get like, yeah, holographic people are projected here. Something like that. They're just. As the Matrix people, I mean, they make it look like there's a lot of people here, like CGI, but there's not that many. Man, it's not like you can really prove anything. Yeah, where things are heading, yeah, still, the Middle East, yeah, I still get Russia. It's behind the scenes, nothing on the surface just yet, but there's a lot of worries about it because it can get out of hand. Because they want to end it. Obviously, they're not telling us the full story. Of course, why wouldn't they? There's just a lot that's, human cloning. Obviously, we'll never really know the story on all that. But that's not just there; it's everywhere. But yeah, that's a bizarre war. It's in the Ukraine, it's going very slow. You can take it over anytime, in theory, but it has other agendas connected to it. It's not exactly clear. Probably best you don't know. Yeah, it's probably best you don't know. The U.S. is definitely going to feel some pushback eventually from what was going to happen in the world events. However, it might play out. It's not going to play out yet. Of course, I picked up September, but also November energies too. Yeah. August, yeah, it's quiet right now, but a lot of it's happened behind the scenes. So we might see some propaganda here about what's there, right? They have to have something in the news. They have to have some kind of gameplay, you know, some kind of distraction, at least for right now. I still get Russia. This is, not that we need to worry about it. enjoy the view of the Matrix people, the programs. There's not much of the people watching. Yeah, they're not that much to watch. Just, yeah, seen one, I've seen them all. Yeah, there's not much to report there. You know, like I say, by the numbers. Of course, when you're outside the box, that's when the real suffering comes in. You know, that's the thing. Those that feel like they're breaking out, but they kind of go back in. They kind of go back and forth in the Matrix, outside the Matrix. That's a tough one. Well, because they get darker. You know, because they learn about their abilities, and they use them against people. Some do. You know, it's like, hey, I got powers here. They learn how to harness it, and then they use it to manipulate people. Of course, they obviously deny it and put a projection of perfection or everything's fine or whatever it is. That's why some put their images on social media or something, you know, just say, hey, everything's fine, everything's good. It's like a spell. You don't have to say anything either. Just having a selfie can be a spell. So, like everything's fine on the outside, but back, you know, behind the scenes, it's chaos. So it's like checking in. It's like, yeah, it's really. I mean, this isn't like fancy selfies. This can just be a normal one. So, yeah, it's not like when they get all dolled up. Of course, some do it to some level, just to put some kind of normalcy there, or behind the scenes. Like I said, everything's psychotic. So, yeah, with the sun, it feels, you know, obviously we don't even know anything, right? We're not in space. We're just here. We're not in space. We're not seeing other planets. We're just here, and that's it. So, whatever's out there in space, it doesn't really matter, really. Not really. We're told about it. We could be in a domed city, as far as we know. I mean, you really don't know, unless you know it for yourself, you know. But the sun, yeah, it's definitely a program. At least, you know, the energy that we're picking up from it. That doesn't mean it's all programs, but they're obviously, it's just part of the system here. It creates all this. It's just, you know, well, it's involved with it, let's put it that way. It's part of its activations, and at night, the program sleeps, and during the day, it just keeps this reality going, not just for the sun keeping nature going, but just the reality itself. Yeah, it's like the programs, the NPCs here, or Matrix people, whatever, they're getting like a sign. Yeah, they get like, when they're sleeping, they get their downloads, obviously, what to do next or whatever it might be. And they, you know, next day, and of course, something to do what they have to do in their families and so on, but still, it's still part of the Matrix program when it comes, especially when you're doing the same thing. I mean, sort of the same thing every day, you know, it's just, I mean, how hard is it to run this system? Just get everybody to do the same thing over and over again. Just a mouse on the wheel, right? Until you can break free. We have to play the game for right now. That's why I incarnate here, to help others, you know, find their way out. But, you know, you have to be a part of it too. You know, the joys of try to keep your sanity, whatever that means. Yeah. Yeah, the more I get pulled out of this reality, yeah, the more. That's why it's like, you know, some of these podcast manipulators, yeah, they want new information and all of that. It's like, you know, I mean, they're so 3D, so full of themselves. I mean, if you get pulled out, I mean, when you're outside, I mean, you're in this reality, but you're technically outside of it. You know, you're not part of this. Any of it. And these Matrix people, podcasters, spiritual manipulators, sellouts, whatever, that very talked about here and there, just junk. Yeah, just you know, must be nice being popular, right? I guess. Yeah, it's, well, when you see it between the lines, that's how it's corrected. Yeah, it's like a stamp on their soul. It's like they're already marked, and they're already part of the system, and they feed it. They feed the program. They keep the Matrix people at bay. They don't want them waking up, so they just, you know, feed them some kind of information, to make them feel like they're awakened and they really aren't. Well, they kind of are, I guess, in some ways, some kind of artificial version of it. But they're just part of the system itself, of course. And when you call them out, I'm not sure if they terminate themselves or what. I doubt it. Yeah, nothing to be proud of, though. Yeah, it's like the soul that does that. Yeah, it's programming people. It's all, yeah, I guess it gets stamped out. It's like it has a curvature about it. Has some kind of like circuitry. It's, yeah, definitely Anunnaki, selfish Anunnaki beings. They're just doing whatever the hell they feel like. They don't care. Yeah, obviously, there's more agendas to it. Also, like the money system of it, they get it pulled to the source where they want it to be. Through their agendas, you could say. It's just energy. Yeah, that's part of it. But I feel Anunnaki involved with it. Well, because Anunnaki has a way of normalcy, which makes sense. Cool person, nice, charming, whatever, Makes a lot of sense. Even the Anunnaki have that, but of course they're going to have that at some point. But yeah, have the charm, manipulations, it's like spoon-feeding society, They don't really think much of this world. No. It's education, man. It's just because you're an adult doesn't mean you're an adult, like a galactic adult, you could say. Yeah, it's just feeding the kids, basically. Well, that's the other thing. They feel like, those in awakened path feel like they're awakened and all that, but it's like, oh, yeah, but there's more levels to go. How's your sanity level? Yeah. It's probably not, well, if you start breaking free, yeah, it goes down the drain. Of course, they can force it, I guess, but I think they're outside the system, but not really. I'd be surprised how many can't let this place go. Yeah, they're literally kind of like made for the earth, you can say. It's the Matrix people energy. This is their world. Of course, they can, once again, disconnect from it. Well, they're so used to being part of the system. The Matrix people or programs are, created by the earth to keep this system going. Throughout history. They have a bloodline, they have all that shit. All of it. And it's just like a family line of Matrix people. For thousands of years. I mean, this is how they keep it covered up. It's just, they keep the system going, the wars or whatever, even Matrix people, kings, queens, whatever. Obviously, I haven't gone to that, but people know that, but just normally I don't tap into those type of things usually. Matrix people going, living throughout history. Yeah, and they can break free. It's not easy, but they do still have an individual choice. It sucks, but they can do it. I think they all have a choice. Not to say most of them are interested in it. Yeah, clones, whoever. Somewhere they have they might have to do like an internal kill switch on that. Like I said, their whole life you might have to go to have health issues or something just to break themselves out. Doesn't mean they'll die, but they might feel like they're dying, but it can be done from what I'm gathering, but it's up to the individual to do it. And those that sold out, well, they can change too, not that they would. Well, I say grow a conscious maybe. But like I say, the lifestyle and all that, they don't want to break away from it. So yeah, they find out after years and years of being a sellout, it's like, do I want to keep going on like this? No, it's up to them. Yeah, obviously when you turn all that down, blood money or whatever you call it, yeah, it's, I mean, you have power, just not a lot. You have, it's not the kind we have fame and all. We have fame, but not the fame that you're looking for, that's for sure. Suppression. A lot of suppression. I should know that. It happened, I guess the sun, do a neutral connection with the sun. And if I'm not a big fan of it, it's like a big computer. It's like a CPU. CPU of this reality. Giving it energy, giving it a will to live, or whatever the hell it is. Yeah, it's like numbers are coming out of it, quantum physics and all that, of course, and just keeping the machines alive, the human machines. Okay, all right. Yeah, what's happening to the sun's energy, neutral. And, go for blessings. This is the sun frequency. Many, yes, want fireworks, excitement, thrills, chills. Those are Matrix people. They want to be wowed all the time. Yes, it's like, yeah, they have not grown up to dullness quite yet. Well, you connect to realness. Many don't want that. They want the superficial energy. You say many do not want the AI frequency, which has been here for thousands of years. It just, you can say it's showing itself now. It's been here forever. It's part of this world. But with AI showing itself and breaking down, shows you that this reality at some point will break itself down also. At some point. So technically it is kind of getting you prepared for society shift at some point. Obviously, those that want to see it, it's all perspective, of course. And the long one doesn't mean your reality will collapse. For some of you, you will feel it will. For others, they need it to live. They don't know anything else. Yes, those who have been born within the earth. Some found their individual self quickly, but others did not. They need to be told what to do. And being told what to do is basically just living out the human dream of, yes, what's expected of them. A garbage man, it doesn't really matter. Maid, king, queen, it doesn't really matter. It's all part of the system. Even like I say, royalty is no different. Royalty is just a royal card. Like you have a chess set and you have royalty, or the king, queen, but it's still on the chess set. It's still on the game. It's what you don't see. Those are the outside players. You don't see any of them, just like what created the game. Of course, you have some idea of how it was manufactured here, but there's also invisibility going on. Meaning, who's telling you to make those moves? Your guidance, your higher self, but there's also, who is behind your winnings or losings or whatever it might be. There are influences here, and the idea is to unravel them so you see more within yourself. In time, right now it's just best to just play the game that you signed up for. As they say, yes, go with the flow. Let's also play the game. You can try to go against the game at times, and sometimes it works, and sometimes you're given a chance to do something different. But for the most part, it's the idea just flow with the system for now. It doesn't mean you won't break out for those who want to break out or already have to some level, but there's still a lot of deprogramming to do. But yes, many of you feel like you're outside the system, and to some level, some are still very much in and not even realizing it, but those of you that are outside are to bring something new at some point. It could be a thought, it could be anything. And yes, the Archon energies, it's a thought, it's a program that won't give up, because it wants those of you to get pulled into this system, or just to wreck you, basically, where you can't speak to others. They want you to shut up, of course, because they know they can't do this forever either. Not to say they're going to break it down completely, but it's like you're knocking the pillars down of the system they built. They might see you as a virus. It doesn't mean viruses are always bad, but to them you're bad, of course, because you're going against their system that they built, and This is their masterpiece. Even if it's all broken down and in shambles, it's still their, you know, they don't care. It has life to it. Once this is over, they have no purpose. So they'll find some other realm to grab onto, basically. But right now they have this, yeah, they feed off of it. And many of you are turning your back to it and sending it back to them. It's just a process. For it all to break down, yes, society has to, this whole system has to be half, like 50% active. And the world has to shut down half of it. For your aliens to appear and everything to, it doesn't mean it'll be a society collapse, but there has to be many breakdowns for the aliens to even want to touch it. Because, you know, those that are part of the system, yeah, the aliens are not, you know, part of the system. So it's alien. So what good is it? So why some of you are here, yes, to break down the system at some point, little by little.